Side by side. Side by side blog. Side by side blog live. Side by side. Side by side blog.
Wow, that was maybe too much.
So I'm freaking turned up, dude. This episode 3 in this motherfucker. Okay, I'm out of sync.
So one day we're gonna get like a real intro.
We're working on that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. But
that's coming, ladies.
Whew, so we're back. I think we got everything sorted out from the last time around. We were a little quiet last time, so we were trying to get rid of some background noise. I think everything's balanced much better. You should be able to hear us better. So I'm going to watch a little bit. If you're having trouble hearing us, if anything's off, just let us know. We've got the ability to adjust on the fly, so should be good.
Okay, another big thing going on right now. We're going to not pay attention to your comments. Why? Not because we don't want you to comment, but because the ladies are recording all your questions. So ask away. Yep. They're going to report back to us in a little while to answer all your questions. So if you got a question, ask it now. The ladies will record it. We'll answer the question.
Right. So, yeah, we'll stop. Yeah. I don't know, some point mid-broadcast.
Something like that.
Yeah, a couple times maybe to address some questions, but we don't get too distracted, too off topic. So, I think probably the biggest thing, at least on my mind, is the Hatfield-Mccoy Trip, which we just took this past weekend.
We can hit that again and again and again.
It was so good.
It was a good time.
Hatfield-Mccoy is insane.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Top notch.
So sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit jealous of people close to the trails. Hatfield-Mccoy, not so much. I'll just go there. I don't want to live there. We'll say that. We've covered it.
Yeah, West Virginia, man. And I'm sure there's nice areas, right? Charleston seemed like it was nice.
Yeah.
Where we were at was
Chapmanville.
Pretty poor. Pretty rough. Not a lot of cool things other than the trails.
Buffalo.
Even like Logan was okay though.
Logan, I didn't feel like... I thought Logan was like a Walmart, and that was Logan.
That was Logan.
Place was tight, dude.
Logan,
2 restaurants in one parking lot, plus a Walmart.
Logan had a strip club, supposedly.
Somewhere.
Didn't see it.
Maybe it's in the Walmart.
No. You remember they told us it was closed?
We got flyers
Ryan
when we were parked in the Walmart.
That was in Mount Gay, dude.
That's from Mount Gay.
Mount Gay, that's where the club's at, dude.
Oh.
Sort of a weird place to have a strip club. Anyway.
Gosh, so I don't know. Should we recap this thing?
Okay.
I mean, there's going to be a video coming out, so I don't know that I want to ruin anything.
Yeah, it's not going to ruin anything. Well, the video's a whole different experience.
We had a hard time getting down there, so about 20 miles from the house.
My God.
You know, we're in the new blog hauler, the Excursion with the big Excellent Adventure trailer. Just ripping down the highway, everything's great. Next thing you know, one of our trailer tires is flinging down the middle of the interstate, almost kills about 30 people.
It was so scary.
It's one of the worst experiences in my life. Nick's so sweating so hard, giving me play-by-play, you know.
Yeah, so Doug was driving. We felt the vibration for like a solid 10 seconds. I'm like, man, something feels wrong. And then the vibration went away, and I looked back, and all I saw was a tire rolling across 4 lanes of I-75 traffic. We're not talking about, some little baby back road. We're talking I-75. That shit goes all the way to Florida, bro. It's a big highway.
That tire was hauling dick, dude. And so were those cars, dude.
So the tire popped off. It went slightly left, and then it went up and then rode the freaking concrete median for 20 feet, 30 feet maybe.
No, that was a good trot, dude. It was
like it rode on top of the median, almost into oncoming traffic, and I'm thinking, dude, like I can't stop this right now. There's nothing we can do.
Frogger style, cross the road real quick.
Yeah.
I'll pray, but this time, if I was going to, it would have been, please just let this fall back on our side of the road so we don't kill 100,000 people.
I was waiting for something like I was just anticipating something real bad was going to happen.
I know. So to bring everybody back down.
Anyways.
So it fell back on our side of the highway and just kind of rolled. It rolled all the way past us, actually, and then ended up kind of just falling on the shoulder on the inside. Thank God.
It had to roll by the time we saw what was going on, and I got over in traffic and slowed everything down under control, it had to roll for a half a mile.
Oh, at least.
I mean, it was a long ways before we got off the road.
And that's how the trip started.
Bizarre. It was pretty bizarre.
And I mean, we're talking that was, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Because we worked during the day. So it's about 8 hours to where the cabin was. So probably 4:30 in the afternoon, we're sitting 20 miles away from home with, no tire on the trailer. It's just totally jacked. Of course, the vibration and or a pothole prior to that broke the trailer frame.
Yep.
So,
Screwed.
We were spooked, buds.
For sure. Skookied.
So anyways, we turned around, went back home, got different trucks, got different trailers, and made our way down to West Virginia. Arrived at the cabin at about 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 3:30, 4 o'clock. It might as well have been any time because I was so tired. It didn't really matter what time it was.
It was like Zombieland, dude. I was in La La Land at that point. It didn't matter what time
I know.
it was. I was just in a
Right.
special place, dude.
Yeah, but this cabin was beyond beautiful.
Yeah.
We're talking like a Lincoln Log mansion, essentially.
Literally.
Everything was wood.
I've never seen so much wood in one place.
It was beautiful. And so getting to it, like we said, is not the nicest area in the world. So we're driving down this little road, kind of up this mountain, which feels like a private drive in somebody's backyard. And you're just driving by all of these little shacks that are just, run down, abandoned, just not a nice looking area, supposedly to this beautiful cabin. And it seemed like we were lost and just going to get shot.
It did, and it was a 1-lane road too. There wasn't enough room for 2 cars to go, so we're pulling 2. pretty big trailers. Doug's got his giant gooseneck, so if traffic comes, you have to go off on the shoulder, potentially Deathville.
And there's no shoulder. It was like a creek that runs down the road, and part of the road's like washing out in areas.
Right.
A lot of washed out roads there.
Yeah,
Very
big
weird.
time washout. So yeah, we get to the cabin about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and we just really partied down for about a solid hour. Went to the hot tub, drank a bunch of beer, hit like a power hour, and then just hit a wall beyond belief amount of wall.
The
my
excitement
gosh.
only lasted so long.
Yeah, it got overcome by tiredness.
Yeah, exhaustion.
So then what we didn't do the following day was ride side by side.
I'm sort of kicking myself for not really trying harder on what would that be? Thursday to ride. Because the riding was so good.
Thursday. What did we do Thursday?
We woke up about noon. We went to go get Brian. Okay, so we had a blog fan drive from freaking Oregon.
Yeah,
the
so-
same guy that came to Glamis.
So that's part of the reason we didn't ride, right? So we went out and did the grocery shopping and stuff. We slept a long time, but frickin' our buddy Brian
Flying
from Glamis,
Falcon, Brian.
from Oregon, not Oregon, as
Oregon.
we learned. Oregon.
Classic good
Oregon
dude.
if you're from Michigan.
Right. He ended up putting 42 and a half hours one way to drive across the country to ride with us, which is pretty incredible.
Listen, shouts out to Brian. That dude is a classic good time, though.
Hell yeah!
So yeah, I love Brian. He brought 2 X3s. He had an X3 Max, a 2018, and then he had his regular X3, both XRSs, 2017. And
Beasts, man, they were freaking beasts.
they're so big. Flew his kid out there, and we picked his kid up from a hotel because we got in a lot later than we thought, and he had trailer problems as well, so he got in later than he thought. But we got it figured out. So Thursday went ham, did whatever. Friday, ride time. Bear Wallow.
Bear Wallow.
Bear Wallow.
What a really cool place, guys.
I loved Bear Wallow.
Yeah, about it was 5 minutes in to Bear Wallow, and I'm thinking to myself, these are the best trails I've ever ridden. It was
So much fun.
that fast. You just knew. You just knew.
It was just the whole environment, you're just in a natural canopy. These trails are super fast, they're super nice, they're super clean. There's natural jumps in the trail. Where the frick do you find natural jumps in a trail?
Yeah, almost nowhere. So the best part about Bear Wallow was the fact that there wasn't a lot of rocks,
Right.
and it was fast trail riding.
Yeah.
So we're in our machines going, I don't know, probably hitting 50 in some spots.
Probably.
I would think, yeah.
It's not the fastest trails I've ever ridden, but
But they're
just
tight.
But they're technical and they're fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they flowed. They just
Yeah.
flowed really well. So in the YXZ, I was, second to fourth gear, most of the time at Bear Wallow, which is just a really fun place to ride in that thing.
Yeah.
Dropping a gear into a corner, picking one up, coming out just
So good.
constantly. And it wasn't rough. It was smooth, but there were rolling bumps and rolling hills that were actually fun to hit. And you're
Yeah.
just winding, up and down these switchbacks, up and down these mountains. Just it was freaking sweet.
Yeah, it was so cool.
I would 100% go back. 100,000% go back.
Oh, we'll be back there one day. So I think it was a good takeaway or a good way to try something different compared to what we have here. So everything here is just flat, fast, and it's whooped all to shit, and it's dusty as hell.
Walked
That was
right
the
out.
exact different style trails at Hatfield-Mccoy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They were awesome.
Yep. Yeah, no dust. So, I mean, I led most of the time, and I do a lot when we ride here because I got GPS, so I I don't get to eat a lot of the dust, but, you know, I look behind me every once in a while, and I see it, and I know how bad that sucks.
Right.
And out of all the riding we did down there was maybe 2 or 3 miles of dusty trail that I can remember.
Yeah, and it wasn't a big deal.
You were at the top of the freaking mountain, man.
Yeah.
Like where there was sun actually coming through.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that bad at all.
So I don't remember how many miles we put on Friday. You know, we rode all day.
70, 80.
Yeah, hit a number of trails. So the trails down there are rated, right? So there's greens and blues and reds and then red blacks. So it's difficulty. The greens and the blues are the easier ones. And we rode that mostly because it was faster. And then we hit some black trails too, and they were fun. They weren't terrible.
Yeah, just mostly like rock climbs with like smaller boulders, maybe like softball size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it still wasn't like crawling.
Yeah,
style of riding.
Yeah, Y actually had no problem.
Still hauling ass up a hill.
Mm-hmm.
We did see a bear at Bear Wallow.
Oh, that's true. That makes sense.
Little baby cub.
Yep, just a
little baby cub.
Little dude. You'll see him on the video when that comes out.
There's a video coming out.
There's a lot of backed up video. I think the blog fans have recognized that since the one I just posted was from freaking June.
Somebody made a joke today, and I think it might have been about Hatfield-Mccoy, and they said, "Yeah, we'll see the video like October of 2018." It's not that bad, guys. Nick works real hard to get those videos made, and they might be a couple months behind, but
yeah.
Thanks, man.
The ones with multiple angles are the worst because there's just so much raw footage to go through.
I like to really record everything at any point.
Well, therefore, you don't miss anything.
Right.
So it makes sense.
Like a bear.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to miss a bear.
So other notable things from West Virginia. Probably the only thing I didn't like is the freaking bugs are on the next level, man.
They're insane.
Yep.
They're huge.
They're like creatures almost. They're not even bugs. They're creatures.
They're beyond insects.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got mass. They're just...
My legs and my skin, I kind of want to jump into a fire. See what that's like? Like, I'm itching so bad, dude. It's freaking nuts.
We saw multiple spiders in the 2 to 3 inch diameter range. You know, considering their legs, but that's a big freaking spider compared to anything we see here. So
yeah, I think big spider here is 1.5 inch diameter, and that's like a holy shit spider.
Yeah.
Right
up there, it's like you see them all the time. We were just walking in a trail checking out one of these black rated trails, and there was a wolf spider on the ground that was like the diameter of a freaking baseball, just chilling.
Yep,
she was a big one.
So big.
There was a freaking spider on the deck. I forget what day it was now, and it wasn't the first one we'd seen, but we got back to the cabin. There's this giant spider, and we're all trying to figure out what to do about it. So I said, screw it. I'm just going to step on it.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal. He might lift me up a little bit, but I'm just going to step on him. So I run out to the deck, and I just, want to just do it, just get it over with. And I go to stomp him the first time, and he was smart. So he saw me coming, and then when I come down with my leg, he freaking moved, man. Like, he dodged me.
Yep.
So I missed him the first time, and then I felt like it was him or me. Like,
time for blood.
Yeah, yeah. So it turned into a real thing. It was a battle. I ended up winning it, and he's gone.
Brains,
he's gone now, but it was scary.
The cat boots won that battle. Now I'll call him Spider Boots. But yeah, those were some big ass. Everything's big. There's cicadas everywhere, which we don't really have here in Michigan. And that's just like a giant fly.
It's like a hummingbird, dude.
Yeah, it's about the size of a hummingbird.
For
Maybe
real.
a small hummingbird, but yeah.
Cicada.
Got cicadas.
Hey, y'all looking for cicada?
No, sir. Thank you for asking. No.
Y'all looking for that cicada?
So day 2 of riding.
I don't know if we want to go all the way to day 2 or if we want to take a quick pause at Friday night.
Oh my God.
Friday night.
I was so drunk.
Didn't see that coming, dude.
Yeah.
Oh!
So I was so drunk Friday night, I forgot it even happened.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
Out of control.
After riding Thursday, we stop at a liquor store. We get a message from our friend Brian who says, "Can you get me a 5th of Patron and a 5th of Bailey's?" Okay, this is going to be a problem, I feel. So we go to like the wackest freaking liquor store ever, where there was just this hammered drunk 55-inch wide guy. Like this, and there was 2 ladies working, and then this guy who was in overalls.
You gotta give him what this guy looks like, dude.
So he's wearing a hat. He's in overalls. He's huge. He's pear-shaped, very large man.
He's got a lot of beef on him.
A lot of beef. And so I didn't notice this, but Nick said he had a lot of chew.
There's just digger sauce all over his lips.
Well, it's because he smiled so hard. Like, their eyes lit up when we walked in that place. Because everybody knew that we weren't from around there.
Right.
Instantly.
Yeah, exactly.
Instantly. And they saw us walk in, and they knew they were going to make a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have gingivitis? You ain't from around here, are you? No, I'm not. So this guy, we're, perusing the store. I get a couple Four Locos, right? Real smart spot to start.
Wrong.
Wrong. And then we get to the good stuff, and the guy, he's like almost like a weird, very ineffective security guard.
Basically.
Really
just
is
a
what he
presence.
was.
It's just a presence.
Yeah, and he looks at me. He's like, "Where are y'all from?" Like, "I'm from Michigan." And he just goes like this. He just looks and smiles. I said, "Okay." "Where are y'all staying?" Chapmanville. It got so weird.
We're going back to Michigan.
Yeah, right now. There's good prices here. No, the prices were horrible, by the way, on the liquor.
Prices were horrible. Also, like, I own and run a party store, as we know, and there was liquor in there that was so old, it was crazy. Like, Seagram's gin bottles that were, like, maybe 4 years old label. Like, the labels, they changed them, like, 4 years ago, dude. There's, like, probably a handful of things that were discontinued years ago.
Oh, wow.
Great A spot, dude.
Unreal.
Real cool place.
Unreal. So we bought a bunch of liquor. Hundreds of dollars. I think I spent like $160 myself.
Smart investment.
Yeah.
Smart.
So it got real back at the cabin.
So I guess we'll just talk about it. We get back, and then Nick, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Nick can cook, right? So this wasn't chicken parm night. This was hamburger night. And so
Hamburguesa.
he made, I was very mad at first. I'm like, "Nick, these burgers are too thin." He goes, "They're doubles, brother." I said, "Oh, okay, double burgers, hell yeah." Huge fan of that. So gets those cooking, and he makes more bacon. I think he made 2 packs of bacon.
2 packs of bacon, dude. Lots of bacon. And by the way, that bacon, $4.99 for a package.
No.
Total rip.
It was way more than $4.99.
No
that
shit.
bacon was $9.29 a package.
Garbage.
$9.29 like a pound.
Per pound, yeah, for 16 ounces. So anyway, makes these giant burgers. We're all drunk the whole time. Everybody gets drunk, including Brian, who doesn't drink a lot. So the night just went pretty wild from there.
I could tell, like, everyone was getting more and progressively, like, hammered. But, like, so I'd be in the kitchen, and, like, every 10 minutes you would come, and you would just start getting a little more. Oh, bro! Like, freaking,
how's it going?
Oh, Papa Cha-Cha, dude! Just getting fucking tricked.
Yeah, so we ended up doing, I think I did 3 or 4 shots of Patron, which goes down smooth, but it burns, dude. It burns so bad.
That's terrible. Terrible stuff.
Yeah, and then Brian did a bunch of shots, and Doug and we all kind of drank a lot, and then we just ended up going wild. I'm not sure if we want to say everything that we did.
Probably not.
No.
I think
But
the
it
moral
got to
of
the
the story-
destructive level.
It got to destructive. Brian had a real rough night.
Yeah, about 1 a.m., he was praying to the porcelain gods.
Porcelain.
Yeah, bud. That was unfortunate.
So we'll fast forward to day 2 of riding at Rock House. That didn't work out. Rock House.
So Rock House begins with the 3 machines minus Brian's 2 X3s because of aforementioned rough night.
Yeah, he stayed back.
Yeah.
He's having a hard time. The dude was... I knew that night was having a hard time.
I felt bad for him. Drive all that way, and then unfortunately didn't make the first half of the ride.
They don't call it to kill you for nothing. I tried telling you guys.
So Rock House.
Oh, it's a rocky.
Funny story. Started out with rock.
You're right.
Lots of rock.
So a few miles into Rock House, I was not as excited about it. I was thinking, I just want to go back to Bearwallow. Let's load these things up, drive back to Bearwallow, and just rip that all day, right?
Yeah, Doug, I could see when he got out of the YXZ, and you noticed this too.
Oh, yeah.
It was the same look he had when we did Fins and Things
Oh, yeah.
in Moab. I hate this.
I'm done
It
with
wasn't
this.
looking
I'm
good,
done.
dude.
Done.
And I said, dude, we can't give up on this trail now. It's like, what, 250 miles of trails at Rock House?
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's
like-
the biggest one? Or there's bigger ones than that?
I think that's the biggest
I think that's
set.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
So we're 3 miles in. Doug wants to give up. It takes a lot to load and unload these things and cameras and all that shit.
There's got to be more, he says.
Yeah.
I says this.
Let's not give up.
I said this. There's got to be more, dude.
So we kept going. Yep. And we got eventually into really sweet trail again. That same type of fast flowing switchbacks up and down the mountains. Lots of turns, just cliffs. Really, really cool stuff for a lot of miles.
And I think one of my most favorite things about it was how sketchy it was.
Right.
Like, it kept you paying attention. You couldn't take your eyes off the trail for any time. So basically, these trails are maybe 1.5 cars wide in the driving area, and there's some like sort of pull-off areas where they're about maybe 2 wide. But so if you have to pass somebody, you know, like an opposing people coming through, you're like nearly falling off the side of a cliff.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like actually happening.
Yep.
So 1 second off these trails, or you get a little bit fishtaily, you could freaking die, bro.
You're done.
So yeah, man, lot of great trails. We're ripping pretty hard, stopping, taking some pictures, having some lunch, doing all sorts of good stuff. We rode over to the Hatfield Cemetery, which was kind of neat. Figured we should do some sightseeing. So
Scary.
yeah, saw that.
Odd.
Yep.
Very odd.
Yeah, kind of real, kind of eerie.
Pretty eerie.
So,
Felt eerie.
I don't remember when it happened.
It is then.
Was it shortly after?
So it was after that.
Like,
Yeah.
It was before that when I first did my first pump. I gave her a little pump.
Yeah. So the tire we fixed at Moab happened to fall back in the right rear corner where it was at in Moab.
So weird. I swear, like when I put it on, like this has got to go somewhere else.
Yes.
I don't know. Either
So
way.
worst case scenario happens. Nick pops a tire with
It wasn't.
no spare.
It didn't pop.
Yeah.
Well,
It kept going low. It kept going low, and I pumped it. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good.
It popped the tube, right? It tore the tube.
Right.
Like the tire took another big shot in the sidewall.
Yeah.
And actually tore, maybe punctured the sidewall, took a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
And, tube having a bad time, bud.
yeah, because the tire was tubed. So we eventually end up at a crossroads. Nick has a flat tire, and the valve, like the whole stem, is ripped out of the tube. So it's just an open hole.
Yeah, so
in
at
his
that
rim.
point, maybe the tire spun on the wheel. Who knows?
There's
I
no
know
fixing
what
it.
happened. I hit a rock, dude. That's what happened. I knew exactly. So before that, I fucking put 20 pounds in it, thinking like, more pressure. This will work. And then I cranked a rock doing about 50. Instantly felt it blow up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you said you heard the psh.
And then instantly just freaking teetered back to the freaking wherever we were going. That was
Yep.
a real bummer, dude. Real bummer.
Flat tire, no spare, miles and
mongrels,
miles away
dude.
from the trucks. We were destination riding. We were riding to this little town, so it's not like we were on a short loop where we could just rip back to the trucks. We were quite a long ways away at that point. So we continued on, flat tire and all. Got to a little town called, well, it wasn't even a town. It was called Horsepen Mountain.
Just called it the gas station.
There was a gas station on top of it.
Don't forget the nice restaurant, too.
And very little cell phone reception.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time I'm fighting everything. There's like, I get 1 bar of 3G, I move, I have no reception.
No.
I move a little bit, I have 4G. Okay, that goes away instantly. Now I'm back on 1X. What the hell is going on in this mountain? Very
Mountain
interesting.
life, dude. It's for real, dude.
So we called our friend Brian. We
You
pumped
remember?
him up.
Flying Brian.
Flying Brian, who was passed out Brian in the morning. So basically at this point, we're at the halfway point on the trail. So it's going to go back the same way we came. Called up Brian and said, hey, Brian, we got a problem, bud.
We said this.
We said this.
Brian,
Bring your X3s.
we need you, bud.
Bring your trailer. Bring your truck.
We need you, Brian.
Nick's going back
Brian,
with your trailer and truck.
We
You're
need
taking
you.
your 2 X3s, your son. We're ripping this bitch.
we need you, Brian.
And that's what we did.
Yep. Yeah.
It took me 45 in a truck to get back.
It was a hike.
We
Yeah.
were away from there.
We were riding so freaking hard, dude, on the way back. What took us 3 hours on the way there took us 1 hour and 20 on the way back. So we were flying.
So we just received a note from our support staff upstairs.
So much for waiting for a lull, am I right? Anyway.
Oh, that was good. That was good. The note says look at the chat. So
Okay.
I have kind of been looking at the chat. I think the most significant thing to me is that Brian Lewis himself is watching, is commenting.
Okay, awesome.
Sounds like he
Flying Brian. What
had a
good
great
dude.
time. He's still alive. So
And he made it home, and he's alive.
right.
So, yeah, Nick, you have your back to the camera. Why don't you aim towards the people, bud?
Fucking bullshit, dude. First I'm too loud. Hey.
You're not too loud. I want you to be loud. You're a loud person.
Oh gosh, I feel a little bit bad that he drove what was a combined probably 85 hours. 85 hours.
Okay, so I have a breaking thing based upon what we're just talking about, Brian.
Uh-huh.
So, Brian just got home 45 minutes ago.
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. We left there Sunday morning.
He's having a leisurely
Unreal.
stroll, dude, across the United States, dude. Having
4
a good
days.
time, dude.
4 days to get home.
Having a good time.
is a savage.
This guy drove for 2 freaking weeks to ride with us for what turned out to be a day and a half.
Listen, this isn't because we don't like you, Brian. We're not laughing at you because we don't like you. Okay, we love you.
With you, dude.
No,
We love you,
yeah.
Brian.
Dedication, dude.
Yeah, impressed.
He's a
Impressed.
champion, dude. We didn't call him Champion Flying Brian for nothing, dude.
It's a solid point.
Oh, great time. Glad you showed up, man. That was awesome.
Right, so we, like I was saying, we ripped, Brian and his son ripped their X3s back to the spot where we had the truck and trailer, and then went back and just had a classic good time. Nick made us some steaks, some potatoes, some asparagus.
Yep.
Just had a really, really nice night.
That was a good time.
Got up the next
This was a
morning.
great experience. Overall, just great time.
Yeah. Packed up,
Place
loaded
is
up.
awesome.
Yeah, drove home. It is awesome. That's definitely something we're going to do it again.
Yeah, big time.
I don't know when, but it was a great experience overall. And the trails are so extensive, right? I feel like you could make quite a few trips down there
Days
and
there,
not ride the same trails over.
Yeah, totally.
But even if we rode the exact same trails we did, I'd be all about it. It
Yeah,
was a
I don't
great time,
remember
so.
them at all, so like it would feel like a new trail.
It was hard
just
to.
flying by so fast. Like you're just concentrating on not falling off the
Right.
cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, if
Really?
you rode out and then rode back the same trail, it looked different. It felt different. It didn't matter.
So, man, yeah, and if you guys ever want to stay in West Virginia near these trails, Almost Heaven Cabin Rentals. No, they didn't pay us to say this. No, we're not making any money. Yes, we paid $2,000 to stay there for 4 days, but
100%.
they were awesome.
Ridiculous.
Amazing.
The
Ridiculous.
best cabin, not only the best place we've ever stayed, but like the sweetest cabin probably ever.
But
Yep.
when we say cabin, it's not a cabin.
No.
It's a fucking wooden mansion.
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, 3,000 square feet.
She was a big one.
Yeah,
Fully
probably
equipped
close.
with everything you
Everything.
could possibly want to hang out for as many days as you want.
pinball machine,
Yeah, pinball
Pool
machine,
table.
Doug and
pool
Nick could
table.
have stayed in there for 2 weeks just playing pinball with each other.
arcade games. Ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, and they had a $2,000 surround system just for fun. Sonos. They don't even need that. There's no point to have that.
That shit was
Oh gosh.
Just so excessive.
Hatfield-Mccoy, awesome place. If you ever thought about going there, definitely do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Yep. So first time I've ever been there, thought about it forever. Definitely want to go back.
Won't be the last time, man.
Whew.
the last time.
So we loved it.
I'm starting to get sad that I'm not there.
I've been pretty depressed these last few days.
Mm-hmm.
Just been in overall bad mood.
My life is a blur a lot of times, so I feel fine.
I
I'm good.
fine.
Oh gosh.
Just
So
never not doing stuff. Go ahead, Doug.
on a better note,
Sure.
Okay.
while we were on the Hatfield-Mccoy trip, we hit 5,000 followers.
Oh yeah.
On YouTube.
Oh yeah. High fives all around.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So I had a real thing in my head that said to me, I want to hit 5,000 subs and 1 million views before October 2017,
Guess what?
and we're on track.
Yep.
Guess what?
We're on track.
We're on track.
That's significant for us because we haven't been doing this that long.
No. And it's
So-
not like we have like a channel that's super duper popular. Like there's a couple that I've watched that started after us that grew faster, but they have like a broader type thing that they do where we're just like strictly side by sides.
Yeah, and you got to, and also I think it's important to remember that we've never purchased a single subscriber. So if you guys
No.
don't know, like that's a thing. You can purchase subscribers, you can purchase likes, you can just buy anything you want to pump your numbers up. You
Yeah.
know, to try to look them a little more impressive. And we've never done that. So every one of our followers is real.
Yeah, genuine. And we've never advertised on YouTube either in terms of like getting our video, like paying to get our video played after something popular.
Right.
Never done it.
So
Would like to, but
Yeah.
just haven't done it.
cost money, bud.
Yeah.
So it's significant to us because subscribers is like a really big thing that companies look at when it comes to sponsorships.
Right.
And certainly the OEMs, you know, I think something we'd really like to do is get the OEMs to give us these new machines and give them real reviews.
And
Yeah.
beat the shit out of them.
Right.
That's what I want to do.
Right.
I'm going to be real with you.
So we, you know, we've attempted that. You know, we talked to, you talked to Polaris, and Polaris said, you know, maybe they were talking to us, but you guys don't have quite enough subscribers, right?
Right,
So,
yeah, not enough subs. And I think we were at about like 2,800 at that point or something,
Yeah.
2,200, something like that.
Yep.
And so,
Maybe it's coming, dude.
if
Maybe
you guys
it's
are watching and you're not subscribed, it doesn't take much to just click subscribe,
push
be
the
there
button.
with us. The more subscribers we get, the more views we get, the more we're just gonna go hard, dude.
It helps us a lot. And the thing is, I mean, we want to get these new machines just so we can beat the crap out of them, right?
And record ourselves doing it
Yeah.
and show you guys for the best laughs ever.
And there's a couple ways you can do it. You can totally sell out to one of these OEMs.
Yep.
And just say nothing good about them, which we absolutely aren't willing to do. And then the other option is just to become popular enough, get enough subscribers where they can't ignore you. And
Yeah.
then they have to give us stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll just pound on it and then tell people what we actually think about it.
Right.
So
It's a tough spot for the OEMs to be in. I understand. Like, there's smaller YouTube channels that get way more stuff than we do, and smaller sites that get way more stuff than we do because they're these, like, talking heads. Hi, I'm Rick blah 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 from UTV blah blah blah. I'm here with the 2017 YXZ-SS Sport Shift. And they just fuck everything up.
They suck, dude.
Dude, they suck.
They suck, dude.
Like we like you what you're doing. We like it. But you suck, dude.
terrible.
This is not good.
It's not real. It's not real.
I want to hear a real freaking description of this machine pushed at its limits, dude.
Right.
Like, at its absolute limits. That's how I'm going to drive. Like, if I ever bought one, that's how I'm going to drive it.
Right. What drove me crazy, the biggest one, was UTV Driver when they compared the 17 Turbo Razor XP versus the X3 XRS. And they tied them in terms of performance. I mean, I've never driven a Turbo Razor. I get that they're fast in a straight line. No freaking way does it handle as good as an X3 XRS. There's no way.
It just, I mean,
I disagree with that, but
Shocker.
fucking
Shocking
bullshit,
moment,
if you
dude.
ask me,
You
dude.
suck, you jackass.
doesn't change the point. What we need to do here is get big enough
Yeah.
so that they can't ignore us and
Yep.
and they don't have a choice but to give us stuff, and then we're gonna just give real reviews on things.
Yep. I want to do that.
I want to do that.
I think it'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. Obviously,
This
you know,
doesn't negate what everybody's done
Yeah,
to this
dude, you
point.
guys are
Huge
fair shit,
accomplishment.
dude.
right.
Dude.
You've driven us to this point, and we want to keep going. So anybody that does like to watch this stuff, if you're just looking at our channel every once in a while for new things, just please hit the subscribe button.
Right.
It helps us a ton.
And I've been, before we got on YouTube, that was me. I just had maybe 10, 15 guys that I watched. I type their name in every once in a while and see what they had. I never subscribed. I subscribed to a couple channels, but they were the bigger ones, like 1320 Video and Mad Ram 11. And it's just the same kind of crap over and over. But I never subscribed to the ones until I realized how important it was. They need subscribers to do shit. The more they get, the more they're going to do. And that's that.
Yep, simple as that. So, still big milestone.
Huge.
More
than happy.
right. We're gunning for 10,000,
Gunning for 10,000.
and then for 20.
Then 20,000.
If we could do a consistent 250,000 views a month, I think that would be tough to say no to for anybody.
We'd be getting shit left and right, I feel like.
Yeah. We do 100,000 a month right now. It's been a good month.
I can't wait until turn Doug's backyard into a testing ground, dude. It's going to be just so fucking
Can we just go ahead and pressure Doug right now, Nick?
Doug, how sweet is that going to be when we start getting shit and your backyard's going to be the gauntlet?
He has a freaking bulldozer.
You guys don't realize how much dirt.
Dirt? I can get dirt, dude. I got it for dessert, dude.
You don't
Let's
realize-
just get the dirt.
You don't realize how much dirt it takes to build a track. It's absurd. You look at a jump and think, oh, yeah, it's not that much dirt. It's so much dirt, it'll blow your mind.
Here's the thing, Doug. I know some people, dude. People know me. I know people, dude.
You can get thousands of yards of
I've
free
got
dirt.
thousands upon thousands of dirt, dude.
Thousands of units of
Let's
dirt.
just get this friggin' dirt, dude.
If you want dirt, if dirt's the real problem.
I got dirt. I got a berm full of dirt, dude. I've been trying to get rid of this dirt, dude.
A berm? That'll build
I've got hundreds of thousands of berms, Doug.
a half a jump.
That's a big berm.
Anyways,
you seen this berm?
once
Maybe
we
one.
get the frickin' once we need these subs so we can build this dirt track. Okay.
Okay, I see what you're getting at.
Okay.
I
right.
don't disagree.
It's on the table. It's on the table. So, speaking of dirt,
Yeah.
speaking of jumps, did you guys see that frickin' Tanner Godfrey jump?
So
Incredible.
big, dude.
Incredible, dude.
Huge.
When incredible.
Huge. So
Yeah.
if you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to pull it up real quick.
Yeah, cue it up.
I just want to watch it again. So
Let's hope Doug adjusted the levels, everybody.
I did. So hopefully this isn't insanely loud.
I love you, Doug. Good work.
Okay, here we go. Hopefully this works. Here he comes. He's coming up the hill. Sending her, buds.
Dang. I don't think it showed because it doesn't show on the stream. Garbage.
All right. Anyways,
It's good, dude. You guys should see it, dude. It's freaking huge.
Look up Tanner Godfrey on Facebook. Look up his giant jump. It's huge. He's in the dunes.
When you first see it, like it looks big, but then when they go from the aerial view,
Oh, yeah.
it's just mind-boggling.
He covers so much ground in the air.
He's hauling deck, dude. I'd do that if I had better shocks.
Ooh,
Better shocks.
I could see that.
Your
I could
shocks
see
are
that.
pretty good, dude.
Well, I could do that if we had better jumps.
Oh, better jumps now.
The
So
couple.
imagine if we had a compound. Imagine this. I said this. Imagine if we had the gauntlet readily available. Jump shit.
The couple times we've had really, really good jumps out in the dunes, I've seen Sous go pretty much as hard as you can go.
Yeah.
I should have queued up a couple videos. I didn't think about maybe getting into this topic, but the guy's gone big where he's been able to.
There, dude. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's like when you go to Silver Lake, sometimes you go there
There isn't a single jump.
and you just can't like safely do stuff like that. Which kind of
Right.
sucks.
Yeah, and also, too, it's not like Silver Lake's close. We're 2.5, 3
Yeah.
hours away. But I mean, better part of 3 hours away.
It's more like 3, yeah.
Right.
And then that means 6 round trip, and then you got to stay the night, blah, blah, blah. What if that was in the backyard, dude?
Man,
In the
I can
gauntlet.
I know a guy who has sand, dude. I could get a sand, dude.
I'm not surprised.
100,000 yards.
Are you surprised Nick knows the guy with sand?
From back home, eh, bud?
Good one, Nick. Last time I heard that, I fell off my dinosaur, dude.
Don't you mean your camel?
Wow, we should probably move on.
Hey, thanks, bud.
He's from California.
Anyways,
They're popular out there. They get like infinite miles per gallon. They have water humps, dude. It makes sense.
So
In a drought.
think about it.
I'm over it.
you mentioned that you needed new shocks. I'm not sure that shocks is really the thing you need to go bigger.
Are you sure about that?
I feel like power. You just need a little more power, bud.
I got a lot of pow, dude.
110 pow-pows.
I'm probably about 126 now with my ECU tune plus
you
my
wish.
HMF, dude.
It's not enough pow-pows. I think you need
It's
a turbo.
not
I think
like
you need a turbo, bud.
160 something pow. 168 pow.
Get a turbo
A
razor.
turbo.
Listen, I don't know. You got your non-turbo razor shocks. So, okay, you say you want a shock upgrade. What do? You go out and buy some turbo razor shocks? You
Sure.
get some IBPs?
Here's the kicker. You don't have what? A turbo.
Yeah. I mean, how much money do you spend on internal bypass shocks?
Like, you can get them used for like
You got a
$1,500.
good deal on them.
I mean,
1,500 sounds better than. How much are probably like 5,000. I don't know, dude. I've just fallen in love with my machine.
you take $5,000. You subtract the $1,500 it would have cost you
Sure.
to buy the shocks.
Uh-huh.
You're at $3,500.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So
now.
you're spending $3,500 to get a turbo razor, which has got some other upgrades, right? It's not just the shocks.
It already has the shocks. It's already got the
Right.
bigger clutches. It's already got the turbo.
all that stuff, and you got a brand new machine with 0 miles.
New unit, baba.
$3,500.
Interesting.
That's math. Simple. Science. That's science.
It's
I
his
could
life.
go for a new machine. I could go for more power. But until I have a place to ride it every day.
Oh, interesting. Interesting angle. How about this? We'll say it right now, live. Doug builds the track, Nick buys the turbo.
Gauntlet.
You in?
Just a master of deflection.
Are you in? Are you seeing the handshake?
Master
I got
of
the dirt,
deflection.
bud. I got the dirt.
Master
Look at
of
it.
deflection.
See this?
If
This
you
is a,
If you build the track, he buys the turbo.
if you present the thousands of yards of dirt
Uh-huh.
required to build a track,
sure.
then we'll see if we can make it happen.
That's not a yes. That was a yeah. We'll check it out.
Logistically, I'll take a look at it.
Listen,
in
if you
my
just
free time.
if you just dump it in the backyard, I'm gonna have to do something with it. so.
Okay. There's.
Can you really get dirt?
Yeah, dude. I know people and I know dirt. So I got this.
It's not free. Like nobody gives away fill dirt anymore.
Listen,
It
dirt.
costs
Listen,
money.
Doug. Please.
Dirt Doug.
Listen to me here, dude.
I'm listening.
Okay. I got this, dude. I got this, dude. Looks like I'm getting a turbo, boys.
Hell yeah. So, having
Smart.
said that, I know someone that actually paid to get rid of dirt.
Paid to
that?
get
Did you
rid
hear
of
that?
dirt?
They were. Did I tell you about this?
No.
So, a guy at my work, he owns a brewery. It's on that Shrestha Drive. They got the whole thing looked at, and the dirt was tested. Turns out the dirt was shitty, and they couldn't build on it.
Really?
They had to strip the dirt, put it in a giant freaking pile, bring in new dirt. This costed them like $250,000 to do this, and then no one would take the damn dirt. They had to pay to get rid of the dirt.
That could have been us, dude.
Unreal.
This was
Look at
like
us.
this was
Unreal.
before they built Tri-City Brewery.
Okay.
So like the one on Shrestha, probably like a year ago, something like that.
Okay.
They paid to get rid of the dirt.
That would
Could
have
have
been some
been.
fresh soil, dude.
Could have been a world-class side-by-side motocross track.
Holy
Nobody,
moly.
like, there's no dedicated side-by-side tracks out there.
No.
So we got motocross tracks around Michigan. We've been to a couple of them, and they're designed for dirt bikes
Right.
for the most part, right? So there's a number of jumps you can hit on the side-by-sides, and it's fun. But then there's just these doubles that are shortly after a big berm turn that you just can't make.
Yeah, you can't. There's no power.
So there's no tracks out there that you can just really flow that well on a side by side. Not out there, but close to us anyways.
Right, yeah, and that would be worth it too. Sometimes you're paying, $50, $100 to ride for a day. Dude, that shit adds up.
Right.
Frick yeah, it does, dude.
Last time we went to a track, I mean, had a great time,
Mm-hmm.
but just slammed into the face of so many doubles that I broke the freaking light bar right off my Maverick.
Yeah.
Just destroyed the thing.
This was Green Wildcat Day.
Nick's roof came off. Like, we were just pounding the shit out of stuff.
Yeah, dude, I was riding with Rick and my Green Cat, and that thing had no power. Like, it just made sound, but didn't actually go anywhere.
Okay.
2012 Wildcat owners will understand this. And so I decided, so we raced, and I, of course, went over the starting line, so then I backed up to line back up because the turning radius is so big I couldn't, directly pull into it. So when we take off for this race, I'm in frickin' reverse, right? Super amateur. Doug's way out front, so I decided I'm going to try to catch up to Doug. I took a couple of gambles on some big doubles. Rick
Didn't pay off, but
he had a traumatic brain injury from a couple of these hits, dude.
Straight killing brain
These
cells.
hits were so hard, unreal hard. Like I'm going to make this double, and I'm in the air, and the angles are okay. I'm doing fine on the angle, except for I see the face of the lander coming at me, and then it's just go boom, dude. Freaking explosion of dirt.
Dirt.
Roof came off. When I hit, my eyes went black for a second. My brain bounced off my skull.
Full spinal compression, brain rattling around. Just a classic bad time.
That poor cat, dude.
Yeah,
That poor spinal cord. That poor brain, dude.
there's a lot of man here, so I can fix myself.
Anyways,
I'm good.
if anybody in Michigan is watching,
Yeah, what
that's
up?
in the position to build a side-by-side track, please do it.
Side by side.
Please.
Dedicated.
Or bring Doug dirt so Nick will buy a turbo.
It's simple. So simple, dude. I didn't even know this.
We can get dirt.
All right, Nick, buy a turbo.
Okay, that's the takeaway from this part of the conversation.
Thanks, Doug.
Okay, so do we have questions from the
So-
fans at this point?
Man, we got a lot of questions.
So we had the ladies record all your questions. I say all your questions, and I don't really have a lot here. Okay.
Man, so I'm getting a number of questions from the ladies, so
Okay, so someone's asking, are you on the chat here?
yeah.
Someone just burped garlic. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so we made burgers before this,
This is me.
packed with garlic.
It was
I
you?
think that was me,
That's
dude. I don't
bad.
know.
Okay, so this person says, Danielle says, my wife, tire for 900, question mark. What the fuck does that mean?
I
Oh,
don't know what
dude,
that means.
tire for 900, dude. Everyone knows that, dude.
Okay, if you have some sort of 900, I guess it must be
Oh,
a
I
razor.
get a tire for 900. You want to get those?
I can take this one.
Doug, you know which ones.
I can
Not
take
the,
this one.
No.
Get
Let
the
me
big
take-
orange
Let me
bug.
take the reins on this one, dude.
Hit her, Doug.
Go for it.
Yeah, buy bighorns. You know
No,
what?
which were those ones I told you I had on the 900?
I
The
don't know.
reptiles.
ITP reptile.
Reptiles.
They weren't ITP, dude. They
some
were
sort of garbage.
God.
Oh,
no,
kidding
go
me.
with those 100%, dude.
Oh
you will
my
rip
gosh.
those fucking things. Dude, 100%.
reptiles are stupid.
Reptiles, dude.
62 horsepower. You could rip anything till the frickin' sun
62
goes down.
horsepower, Doug. You make me laugh on the inside, dude.
Okay, what? It have 72
Anyways.
horsepower?
88. Play it straight. 89 horsepower. Pure power.
Just get freaking bighorns.
Okay, yeah, and if you're
They
in
come
rocks,
with big horns, dude.
hold on. If you're in rocks, get Blackwaters. Simple.
These guys
It's a
live
thick
in La La
bighorn.
Land.
It's a thick
La La Land.
All right, next question.
Oh my gosh.
Alpha male. What the hell does that mean? Danielle, I love you, but these aren't very good. Beer choices. Okay, this is a good one.
Oh wow. Okay,
Off-
I saw that one. That's an early question.
Off topic of the side-by-side stuff, okay? But I drink random beers. My latest, Coors Light. Doug?
Labatt Blue.
Oh, man.
Nick?
I'm a Bud Light Clamatic kind of guy, dude. I like flavor.
Oh.
Oh, I hate that shit.
I wish I had a puke button. I probably do. I just don't have it up on my screen
You know
right
what I say
now.
about Clamato?
Epic fail.
You right.
Fuck you.
Clamato's disgusting.
Oh
okay.
my gosh. All right, I got one here for me. What would Doug get if he could pick any new side by side?
I was getting there, Doug.
Oh man, I just wanted to jump to that one. I
I know.
apologize.
It's about Doug right now. Just let him have the reins, Nick.
Go ahead, Doug.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, Doug.
I love my YXZ. I have a blast in my YXZ.
But
But I mean, if you're sitting any new side by side out there and just telling me to pick one, I'm in an X3.
Which one?
An XRS.
Which color?
Probably Iron Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Iron Man.
So
Really?
I didn't when I first saw those things online, I didn't really care for the color combo that much. I was definitely, and I love the all black. Love the all black. But yeah, my brother bought an Iron Man X3 in the gold and red, and in person it's just freaking awesome looking.
They look good.
Like the
Pretty
paint,
neat.
yeah, the paint quality is really good. I like it a lot better in person than online.
Pictures
So
don't justify
yeah,
the
it'd be a 2-seater Iron Man X3 XRS.
you don't want a limo?
I don't think so, man.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Nick, what's your choice? Your side-by-side choice if you had one.
I don't know. I'd have to
2016
I'd have
Razor
to-
1000.
XP, dude.
Just say it, Nick.
Titanium.
What is it?
I don't know. I would, it'd be nice if companies would send us different machines so we could try them all, and then I could give you a good answer to that. But I don't know.
Yeah, because we're buying them. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to buy them to try them. So it's not a good system here.
Right. For me, hate to say it, if it was available, I would have got a Wildcat XX. Not available yet.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good unit.
You don't know, dude. You don't know because they won't give us one to try out.
But I reached out to Textron multiple times. I haven't even gotten an email back.
Here's the thing.
Epic fail.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks, Textron.
Boom. Text Ron. You got to text Ron, dude. That's your problem.
What's his
dude.
number?
You got to text that mother, dude.
Okay. Yeah,
Shit.
just go ahead and do it, Doug.
Oh, come on!
I would have gotten XX, dude.
Wildcat
I'd like to
Extra
drive.
Life.
See, I haven't had any seat time in a fucking. What are they called? Can-Ams? X3? I haven't.
Can-Ams.
I need more time in these freaking machines
Yeah.
to tell you.
That's a good point as well.
Yeah.
We were right on the edge of getting one from BRP.
And he says this. I'll look into it. I don't know.
Maybe I'll get you guys one. See you later.
He just wants to like hook us on the line, but not actually reel us in.
He did it.
Right.
He fucking did it, dude.
Right.
What do they call that? A stringer in the fishing community?
Just keeping us on the fringe.
Zinger, dude.
Keeping us
Zinger.
on the fringe.
So that's my answer. I would want an XX. I think it's cool. I think it's unique. I like that Wildcats are unique. Unfortunately.
Got another one?
Yeah, let's see here. Just got one that says Rick ? Yeah, he's not here. Next. Plans for Oregon, probably from Brian. So Brian has 3 side-by-sides. One of which is a 4-seater, which means we can all fit in all of Brian's side-by-sides.
I
So
sat in that 4-seater. And let me tell you, good place to be. The back seat.
The X3 back seat is really large compared to the Razor
seriously.
So big.
back seat. Yeah.
Full-size men sitting in the back. No problem.
right. So at some point we're gonna fly out to Oregon, or just go to Oregon
Yep.
with our machine, rip all the dunes in between here in Oregon.
Let's do it.
Dune Trip 2018.
Oh.
Dune trip.
Dude,
2020.
18. You do a pretty good job at that, dude.
I felt like it sounded. I
Doug
could
actually
hear
turned
myself.
on the echo effect on there. Good job, Doug.
I heard myself and I'm like, damn, I'm doing okay.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd love to hit Glamis about mid-May. That'd be great.
Listen,
Dude, I'm trying to go there for Thanksgiving, dude. I just bought a helicopter, dude. I'm flying that motherfucker out there, dude.
That's not happening. Okay, someone asked about the 50-inch Mav release. Yeah, it's coming tonight, boys. 10 p.m. Eastern.
Here's the
Tune
thing.
in on your local BRP
we
Facebook
can sit
page.
on here and talk until 10 o'clock if you guys want.
There's no point. They're gonna do like some 29-minute intro
Yep.
bullshit for a freaking trail
We're
side
not
by
gonna see it
side.
till 12.
Thanks
Easy.
for teasing us.
If it was a sweet machine coming out, I'm not saying it's not a sweet machine for somebody who needs that type of machine, but if it was a new monster, I think we would probably push the podcast back so we could talk about it. But 50-inch Trail Maverick, even a replacement 64-inch at this point.
But what if we see
Over
it? And
it.
it's freaking
Who cares?
Cray, dude. You guys.
Dude, it's got a bed in it.
got a bed in it, dude.
What's cray that has a bed? I mean, a General's cool.
I mean, you ever seen a Raptor? That's got a bed. That's pretty cool.
That's a truck.
You're right.
That's
You're
a
right.
truck.
Just saying. You just said that. I'm just saying.
We're on a side-by-side centric podcast.
Lots of questions coming up from the support staff upstairs. I wonder if the support staff upstairs could get me another drink.
I wonder if
There's a question.
Can you guys
Bring
get
us
me
to the
another? I need another Miller or Heineken, please.
It's a Heineken, Nick.
Doug needs a double.
Jim
This
and
guy
Coke
needs a
coolers.
Coors Light, please.
Okay,
Moving on.
so X3 versus YXZ. Man, they're just two
This is about the
different.
dumbest question.
That's not a dumb question. They're just different.
Yeah, I mean they're not really comparable. The X3 makes a bunch more power. It goes faster. Big surprise there, right?
Yeah.
It's got a ton more suspension travel, especially the XRS. It jumps better. Big surprise there. Where the YXZ does really well is in like tight little twisty trails,
Right.
because it corners really flat. But they're just not really comparable, man. They're totally different animals.
Right.
So you see one of those in real. If you haven't seen an X3 in real life, it's a next gen.
Yeah,
Not even close
it
to like.
is.
If you have like a regular Razor or YXZ, like they're not even
It's different.
the same
No.
ballpark.
It's totally different. Okay, so this person asked, why don't we ride dirt bikes? Have you seen how big me and Nick are, first of all?
First of all, let's just look at us.
When we fall, it's through for me.
It hurts bad, dude.
I used to ride quads. I used to have a dirt bike.
And I was almost too much for a quad.
Yeah, you're a big boy. I didn't have this much girth until recently.
I've looked like this since like the 7th grade.
Just a big boy.
Literally. I like meat, and I like going fast.
So we're
Boom.
trying not to get hurt.
Right.
Like going fast, and like being, people being able to ride with us.
I guess
Yeah,
we could ride
exactly.
like a 450. Doubles.
Have you ever
You wanna
ridden a
ride doubles?
450?
450? Fuck no, dude.
They're so stupid.
They're insane, dude.
And you're gone.
Right.
It's
You
over.
just die. Yeah.
I don't know. I like living. That's
Yeah, don't
I
ride
like
a
to
450
live.
dirt bike then.
Right.
Things are
I used to
unreal.
mountain bike and do all sorts of stuff. I've crashed a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not willing to crash anymore like that.
You ride.
I want
you
a
ride.
cage, even if it's going to like crush my body when I crash. At least I know there was a fighting chance. And I'm strapped into this thing for life.
you right. You're right.
So more questions. Let's see
All right,
here.
Line them up.
Okay, new Yamaha models. I know jack shit about that.
Literally, not much different. The tires.
well-
Yeah,
so-
well, not even that, except for nothing is coming.
Oh, you're saying like I thought you were talking about like 18s.
I think they talk so much shit about CVTs. They've literally like talked themselves out of the sport CVT market.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's no new patents. There's no
Right.
nothing. There's no rumors. It's pretty dry, guys. So
I don't see a 4-seat YXZ happening. I just don't.
there's either nothing out there or they're doing the best job ever
Playing
of
it as close
covering
as they
it
can.
up.
Right.
which
The chest.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've been a Yamaha fan for a long time, and I've gone a lot of years expecting big things and seeing nothing but bold new graphics. Speaking
B&G.
yeah, more specifically to the snowmobile stuff, but man, they tend to run a model for a long time.
Well, here's
so.
the thing. They spent how much money developing this freaking machine,
Right.
and the change. It's only been out. 16 was the first year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
It's
mean,
only 2 years.
the original Wildcat is still out.
Think
6
about that.
years
Let
later.
that sink in.
Right.
Let that sink in. The original Wildcat is still the same.
And that's not typical for Articat. Articat, at least in other
Used to.
markets, has been a faster moving company
Mm-hmm.
as far as developing new product. But
Well, I think recently they fell into some hard times, right? But they do develop their own engines, their own chassis. I mean, until the Yamaha collaboration, right, and the snowmobile stuff. But then it just kind of didn't really work
That
out.
XX is going to have the same motor, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a CVT, whatever.
So there you go. There's your
998.
new YXZ.
I'm gonna have to get
That's a good
used.
point.
I'm gonna have to get used to saying Textron. Like I just can't not call them Articats.
Textron.
I think their head was a little big on that one. I mean, this is, we've hashed over this a million times, but
Right.
to think that you're going to inject the name Textron into, this sport,
Textron.
it's been the same 3-4 names for years.
Yeah, I mean, whether or not Arctic Cat makes sense for a ORV.
That's
for
what they say? Arctic Cat?
Arctic
I thought it was just Artie Cat.
Arctic Cat, bud.
Okay, does Yamaha make sense? No.
No.
Does Can-Am make sense? No.
Yeah.
Kawasaki, that's not even an English word. Either is Yamaha. Honda, that doesn't make sense either.
cares?
I
It's
know
a
what a
brand.
Honda is.
Yeah.
Why are you focused on a brand name?
Right.
Chevrolet. What the fuck's a Chevrolet? I don't want that stuff.
Nowhere has anybody ever gone, you know what, I really like that machine, I'd like to buy it, but it's named Arctic Cat. Not really sure if they know how to make summer machines. I think I'm going to pass. Like, that scenario has never, ever occurred.
And
It's
if that,
never
and if
happened.
it did, that person doesn't need one.
Right.
Just move on to the next guy.
Right.
You don't need one.
Anyways, that's
Artie Cat.
it's a moot point.
All right, so I did get a text from apparently the Matt guy that flew the drone out to us in Glamis.
Oh, interesting.
I
Okay.
haven't actually read this.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's the wrong guy. Yeah, okay. Watching live. Just got to see if your phone is on and if you get the text live. Take care, bro.
Matt.
Listen, it's true. Matt was a cool guy. I think we went over it in the video.
That's
a bit.
fucking sweet, dude.
Okay,
The
so-
door's opening.
The door's opening.
Oh, my
That's a
God.
mixed
Watch
drink.
behind you. Other side.
Oh.
Quick.
Hey, mixed drink. Hey, Coors. Hell yeah.
Good people. Thanks.
Thank you, Therese.
Yeah. Really neat.
Okay, so I'm sure we went over this before, but the guy Matt, who was in a black and orange YXZ, so we're sitting there on the campfire. I don't know what time it is, maybe
Late.
8, 9 o'clock in Glamis.
11.
Yeah, I don't think it was that late.
I mean, it was dark out.
Yeah.
We're in the
Dark
desert.
earlier.
It was also
11.
May.
Anyways,
So I hear a drone. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I think it's someone from the camp who's like 2 miles down from us just flying a drone. Okay, that's cool. And then it takes off and goes back. That was a little weird, but I'm already drunk, so not that
Think
weird to me
nothing
while I'm
of
drunk. And then, dude, you hear like a little bumblebee off in the distance. And then someone pulls up in a freaking YXZ, and it's this Matt guy.
Dude's badass, dude. Just rode through, just like appeared out of darkness, dude.
Yeah.
Literally.
I know this place like the back of my hand, brother. And just like shows up with a fifth of Tennessee. What is it? Tennessee Honey or
Tennessee
something?
Fire.
Tennessee
I don't know
Fire.
what it was. It was
Jim
awesome.
Beam.
Tennessee
Fire, Jack Daniels,
dude runs recon with a freaking drone, finds us.
No, it's like I was watching some sort of weird episode of Scorpion. You guys ever watched that show?
No.
No, Scorpion. Catch that on your local.
I've seen it. Terrible show.
It's just like a bunch of nerdy people doing crazy stuff, like MacGyver-ly.
Right.
Scorpion.
But yeah, he
Kind of
was-
like Textron, Scorpion.
Yeah. So he's a good guy. Thanks, Matt, for sending me a text. Been nice talking to you, man. And,
All right.
we'll see him out there again.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back.
He's been looking at this freaking paper and not bringing it up.
What?
What are you trying to
What
say?
are you trying to say?
I'm
just
just
fucking say it.
I'm just looking at the topics. I'm thinking about when we should move on. You know, from live chat comments.
I'm
Another
feeling-
one
Is
of
there
our-
more questions?
Like I'm
Gotta be
like
more.
There's
no,
lots. I mean, there's more questions. We'll get back to them in a little bit. We'll
I feel like I'm
probably.
being coerced right now into this subject. Just say it, Doug. What are you trying to say?
I mean, I don't have anything that significant to say.
Okay, I'm listening.
So, one thing I've been thinking about the last few days is when we were at Hatfield-Mccoy, I had a bit of a conversation with Danielle, your wife.
my wife.
Yep. About riding side by sides. Of course, she's a passenger all the time, and it got me to thinking about
Not all the time.
not all the time.
Like 99.94% of the time, she's a passenger.
Yep. So, and she was kind of telling me about her experiences riding with you, and it got me to thinking about passengers in general and what we all do and how
Right.
we adjust our driving styles for passengers, and then just thinking about the different driving styles that we all have. So
Okay.
it's kind of an interesting thing. So I drive like for when we're trail riding, certainly for fun.
Yeah.
I am just, full throttle everywhere I can be, and then full brakes everywhere I need to not be full throttle, right? It's just like light switch, on and off, back and forth. And I've ridden with you, Nick, and
Not that way.
you're very opposite.
yeah.
So from a, and this probably from a technical standpoint is very good. So Nick is a very, smooth driver.
Like momentum is a big thing when you
Yeah.
have a Wildcat.
Yeah, and that's
That's the
especially
biggest issue.
especially like with the Green Cat, right? When you
Oh
had
my
no
God.
power, and I remember riding with you in that. Like momentum driving is the way to describe it. Like the
Yeah.
dude just would not hit the brakes because it was too hard to recover speed.
It's
so he just throttle, and then turn.
Toast.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, that's really what it is. If I'm going fast through the trails, that's what I look like.
right.
I'm breathing hard. I'm close to the freaking steering wheel. I'm like, can't let off here. Can't let off here. Won't be able to build speed over those. Whoops. Oh, shit. Here's the hill.
So I think technically to go fast, it's a good style,
No,
right?
that's for sure. Brakes kills
smooth
you.
as fast. Smooth
Yeah,
as fast.
Brakes only slow you down, guys.
Yeah,
But I'll
dude.
tell you what else it is when you're riding with them is freaking frightening.
I guess.
It is, man.
I don't.
It is.
I don't know if I agree with this.
I think the only time I ever rode with him.
Was it when we put the exhaust on?
You're
Yeah.
so scared you can't even remember.
I don't even. When the
We
hell
never
was
even
that?
trail rode together. It was when you put the exhaust, put the Yosh pipe, and we ripped the backyard.
I don't even think I was in there with you, though. I'm saying I wasn't in the machine with you.
Yeah, that little rip you were because you were holding the GoPro. I didn't use the footage.
Listen, so
Don't remember that, but
this is not a dig on your style at all because I think it's
Okay.
technically very, very solid. But the thing that popped into my mind when I was talking to Danielle is she was talking about riding in different side by sides, because she's ridden with a few of us, right? And she said that she actually likes the body roll of the Wildcat.
Yeah.
It's low to the ground, right? So it's not tippy, but it does roll because it's a softer chassis. She likes the body roll of the Wildcat because it's like feedback for her. Like she knows it's turning going into a corner because you can feel the body roll.
Right.
And then that got me to thinking when I rode with you about how freaking scary it was. And I think it's because of the lack of feedback. So when you're a passenger in a side-by-side and you feel somebody, jack on the brakes, they can stop at any point in time, or you feel that body roll, you're getting some feedback.
That's interesting.
that is interesting. Dude.
But if you're just,
Never thought about that.
if you're in full Green Cat mode with Nick, never touching the brakes, just,
My
throttle.
brakes last forever.
Yeah, just throttle and steering. It's like you're on a freaking roller coaster with no tracks. Like,
what was the last one?
you're
How
just-
many miles do you have on your brakes? Your last one, like 2,100 miles on the same brake pads.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we changed them before we went out. Yeah, it was 2,450 miles. And they were like, they could probably still, I kept them as spares.
That makes sense now. What you saying, Doug?
Yeah, and I'm on my second set of brakes on the YXZ at 2,800 miles.
They last longer on yours, I'm betting.
But I mean, second set I'm saying, and they're not that thick. Like I could
okay.
get close to my third set. So
I don't know. I guess I don't really realize I'm doing that. I'm just driving the way I need to drive.
right.
Well,
and
yeah,
it's
you get
not-
so
not
used
wrong,
to
but-
driving that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think nothing else of
You
it.
can't snap out of that mentality.
Yeah.
I agree.
Listen, save your brakes, bros. That's what I'm trying to do. It's all about money savings, really. And when you have momentum, it's better gas mileage. So I mean, it's just simple math at that
There's
point.
a tree. There's a cliff. I'm gonna hit the tree. That's gonna slow me down.
Well, I have to use
Can't use my brakes.
Do you guys adjust your style when you got a passenger in? I mean, maybe not somebody that right? So Danielle rides with you all the time. You guys got a style, whatnot.
Oh.
But if you're taking somebody else out for their first ride, do you adjust the way you drive?
I drive like a freaking
I usually
psychopath.
push it harder when someone and I know they don't like to. I don't know. I guess, but no, I don't change.
Yeah, it depends on the trail too.
Depends on the person.
And if I know the trail or know like the area that we're at riding, just go right to the limit pretty much.
Right.
That's how I kind of drive all the time.
You do drive that way all the time.
You push hard, man.
You can't follow that guy.
Pushes hard.
He goes too fast. We're talking about Nick, by the
I
way.
feel like when no, I guess I just drive the same way all the time.
Like we were in Hatfield, and I know Nick wanted to go so fast. He's right on my ass the whole time. I'm like, dude, just freaking pass me, right? I'm driving slow. And I wanted to keep up with him. I couldn't. It was too scary.
I've just gotten dialed in with that machine, dude. That's what I'm saying. If I got a new machine, that'd take me fucking
Right.
at least 2 weeks.
Out of-
2 weeks, Doug.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I'd probably need to put a solid 20 or 30 miles on it to
Get
comfortable.
dialed in, dude.
We've ridden so much together, and the vast... Wow, your teeth okay?
R.I.P. the teeth.
Oh, probably the vast majority of those miles I've led, just for whatever reason, having GPS and and whatnot. And
It's because he has the trailer. It's really what it is.
I've gone.
It's courtesy.
I've gone real hard, a number of times, and there's never been a time when Nick Sous wasn't like 4 feet off my bumper. Just, it doesn't matter how dusty it is, how fast I'm going, how
that's
sketchy
one thing
it is.
too. Yeah,
dude is just right frickin' there.
So I think
it's a fun game, dude.
The fastest
fun game for
time
me.
I ever drove was when Doug's girlfriend was with me.
Oh, dude.
This angers Doug. Hopefully he's over it. If not, it should be an interesting time. And I was going pretty hard in the cab.
So fucking fast, dude.
Okay.
No, you were going so fast. Like, I was surprised how fast you were going. I'm like, wow.
It's the hardest he's ever gone.
This guy's really pushing this machine really fucking...
Like, I was feeling the trails, though.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
dude.
they were wet, but it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
It was, like, sort of late kind of in the year, so there wasn't a shitload of foliage, so I'm going hard.
He was going hard. Like, so hard where I was pushing
To keep up?
pushing myself to keep up, yeah. That
Okay.
was like, that's almost never happened.
And so it was like 50 degrees out, right? Great day to ride. It's been raining, right? It's not hot. I'm pushing this MFer right to the edge.
Pushing it hard.
I'm feeling everything. Doug's girlfriend is screaming, having a great time. I'm freaking ripping. Belt explodes, dude. This was before I had a Razorback gauge in it. That belt must have been boiling
Cooking,
forever.
dude. Had to have been like, oh man, that thing was probably cooking, dude. You were going, I can't tell you enough how fast you, like when that belt blew, I'm like, he blew his motor. No doubt about it, dude.
Yep.
That sucker's done, dude.
Yeah, so I thought I scared the motor as well, but no, when belts go, dude, it's so loud.
It's terrible sound.
I've been on board for a lot of them, and every time I'm not thinking I just ruined my life. Right there, that definitely happened.
It's a terrible,
over.
terrible sound.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So scary.
But I'll never forget that ride, dude. That was a great time.
You'll never forget that. I don't think it was that prolific, really. I'm glad
The
that you
sound that
remember
it made,
It was memorable.
it was very memorable.
Yeah, that didn't make the cut actually for the last. We didn't even make a video from that ride because it was just sort of a weird one. But I think it happened in 2016. Was that like late 20? Oh no, or was that early 2017? Regardless, I'll throw that
Say, it
clip
doesn't matter.
Gosh,
on the
I'm not
best
sure.
of 2017.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
Best of 20. It's been a great year.
Those best of, 2017 has been insane.
So much shit.
Absolutely insane.
Good year, dudes.
It has been.
That's a 3-way high five right there.
You're right.
Good year, dude.
Hell yeah.
I mean, just, in terms of all the side-by-side stuff that's been
So much.
going on, and, even within, our personal lives, which we haven't talked about that much, just a lot of crap happening. So,
Oh yeah.
very
Huge.
cool. Very cool.
Hell yeah.
So the 2017 best of video is going to be pretty good. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's going to be a 2-parter?
Maybe even a 3-parter.
Nah.
7-part.
Ah,
Part 1 of
Like
17.
a series? We'll sell it on a Blu-ray disc, dude? Like,
No, not going to do that. Just going to go ahead and put it in the one video.
all right.
Yep. You're right. Nobody's paying for this stuff.
I mean, I like to get like additional views for having 2 videos, but why deny the people?
That's just not cool. We've talked about that. We've talked about splitting the videos into
Yeah.
shorter ones to, artificially bump the view count, right? But it's just not cool.
Right.
Nobody
The
wants that.
same reason why I don't put these crazy video ads on. There's a reason why those don't play
Oh my gosh.
because I say no.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Infuriating to be in the middle of a video
Yeah.
and have an ad come up. I'll close out of it. I
Yep.
don't even watch it. Just
Yeah.
out of
Doug
principle.
doesn't take that shit, dude.
And I would like to think that our fans would just stick with it and go through. But at the same time, I know how annoying it is for me, even in a video that I want to watch.
It's annoying.
I will still exit the video if there's a 15-second video ad in the middle of it.
I can't go past it in 5 seconds. I'm out of there, dude. I'm on to other things.
Yep.
Yep. Anyways, where were we?
I don't know.
We were talking about driving styles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, they're very different.
And well, then we haven't really talked about Nick's driving style. We sort of touched on it in relationship to ours. But in my opinion, Nick's driving style is just balls to the friggin' wall. Doesn't matter what happens. Life,
Yeah.
limb, personal property damage.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
I think
Personal property damage.
Yeah, Nick and I's driving styles are similar, but then
Right.
his is just accentuated. He
Yeah,
just,
to the next level, basically.
yeah,
He goes hard. He's not afraid to hit stuff fast.
dude rips. He's not afraid to roll the dice. He's not afraid to just ram into something. So when I'm trail riding, man, back when we were riding 4-wheelers, I had a couple instances where I had head-on collisions with other people on the trail, and I've seen that on snowmobiles a couple times. So,
Really?
not to like make excuses or anything, but when I'm trail riding, that's always in the back of my head. So there's always a level of caution there. It's always the idea of somebody coming the other direction and not exactly knowing what's over that hill that kind of keeps me from pushing a little bit harder. And I feel like Sous just doesn't have that, man. He's just hitting it. Dude is.
I mean, the person who's going faster usually is going to be the winner, right? So
Is that always true?
if you're hitting the hill faster, I mean, you can maybe just jump over him.
Maybe.
That's a
I mean, that's a
possibility
good
as well.
point.
Maybe.
That's a good point. So, anyways, I mean, like I said,
Just
not
got-
trying to make excuses.
Just dialed in.
The guy just frickin' flies.
No, he is dialed in though.
Yeah, frickin' flies.
I've driven that Razor in the dunes. I hate it. There couldn't be a worse machine to drive. I'd rather drive a Jeep.
I just don't understand it.
Put me
I
on
just don't get what you're saying. When you
Put
tell
me
me
on
that,
an
I'm
LT
trying to like.
230 GE
I try
Suzuki.
to understand that. I'm like, man, what are you talking about?
I would rather drive anything. It's loose. The steering does nothing. It's like a bus, and then it doesn't
I've never
even feel.
driven a bus before.
I have when I drove your machine at the dunes. That's what it felt like, dude. That's all I need to know about bus driving.
Oh man,
Friggin' Artie Cat fucking drivers, dude.
Dude, that thing, it's solid, though, is the thing. Yours, it's just, dude, Doug's driven it, Rick's driven it. It's just like this, woo, here we are in this machine. And I can't get used to that. I need, like, a solid feedback on the machine that I'm in.
I get feedback 100%.
Of course you get feedback.
That thing
because
talks to me every turn.
You talk
single
to
turn,
it,
I
though.
talk to it.
I feel like it's talking a different language. It's talking the language of flopping around and doing shit. I did do a wheelie in it.
flows.
I was going to
It
say,
flows.
you did do a wheelie in it.
Wheelie.
In the end, you're talking all the shit, and this machine went out of its way to make you feel happy and let you have a fucking wheelie. And you're still sitting here talking shit.
That's just what happens when a pro driver gets behind the driver's seat.
Pro driver. Getting there and doing some dune riding, dude. 110%.
Oh, Lord.
Have you ever driven it? You've driven it.
Oh
Dan.
yeah. I've
Doug
spent,
loves it, dude.
I've
Doug
spent some
fucking
time.
loves it, dude.
I've spent some time in an XP1K around here, and in the dunes, they're super plush. The power's really good, and I feel
Mad
like
plush, dude.
yeah, and they put the power down really well, and they're super plush. But I mean, like it's just vehicle dynamics 101 kind of stuff, right? Like there's just you can't have everything. So when you get that super plush, super soft chassis,
Yeah.
it's got more body roll, and it's softer, but I think it's just a matter of getting used to it and,
I don't even
driving
like,
it.
Yeah, but no, you're right. You have to get used to it. I don't even notice the body roll anymore.
Don't even
Like,
notice the body roll.
I'm-
Jesus.
I'm just telling you right now, dude. I use the body roll to my advantage. When I come into a turn, I know exactly what to do, and I know exactly how hard I can push in, how hard I can't, dude.
Right, it's predictable. You predict it.
I know
You
what the
what's coming.
motherfucker's gonna do, dude. It's not even body roll anymore. It's turn assistance, dude.
Did he just say like a motherfucker at me? That was like the first little bit of anger I
What did
saw
I
out
say?
of Nick.
He mad.
Didn't
He's
you
mad.
see
I'm
what just
mad.
blacked out
Oh,
there,
yeah.
dude?
I just black. What the fuck just happened?
I'm gonna catch this wine cork to the neck. He's been playing with it like a gangster playing with his gun in a drug deal gone bad. Hey, what's up, fool? Yeah, look.
Hey, fool, you talking about me? That's my lady, fool. Hey, you talking about my lady, eh?
Gosh.
Listen, just give that a Rasta.
I like my machine.
They're all so different, man. Like that's a cool thing about the industry and what people are coming out with, what OEMs are coming out with is all the machines are so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you get into one, you feel like you can't go fast because it's just so insanely different
Right.
from what you're used to. And that holds true for every machine on the market.
You get in a four-wheeler, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. If it's like a 450 Honda, it's a 450 Yamaha.
It's a quad, right?
It's a Z400. It doesn't even matter. I mean,
No.
sure, there's slight differences, but it's just the same damn quad.
It more
Right.
comes down to like just the position you sit on it. Other than that,
Right, seat height versus bar height.
you're just sitting on a fucking motor, dude, with
Yep.
4 tires.
But these side by sides are
Not
so.
even
Every time
close.
I've driven a different one, just like
Weird.
I can't believe it feels like this. I had
Yeah.
no idea it felt like this. First
Yeah.
time I drove Doug's YXZ, it was like, what the hell?
Right.
I liked it.
I'd like more seat time in yours. I'd like to try yours. Like really push it to its limits.
Push it to.
I think you'd like it, man. I think you'd like it. It's a real driving experience. It's really good. It really reacts well to inputs. It corners flat. The clutching, the shifting. It's all.
Maybe that's what we should do one day. Just go to St.
Just
Helen
trade.
and switch machines
Man.
and just see what that's
I
like.
think because
Yeah.
I feel like you are a guy that's into side by sides for the driving experience.
Yeah, I really.
And he's got a Polaris.
I think you'd appreciate the YXZ.
Fuck, dude.
With
Here's the
a
thing,
few
though.
miles to get comfortable, I really think you'd like it.
This is the problem, though.
What's the problem, Nick?
We'd have to stop Doug from just going balls out the immediate second he starts the machine, because you can't stop him. He's an unstoppable force on the trails. You get him out front, there's a fucking dust cloud. Hey, I'm back here. I broke 20 years ago.
See you guys
I'm
at the
still
next
here.
town.
Right, exactly. Oh, yeah, I'm 1,700 miles ahead. I got to fill up my gas.
Winning.
Charlie Sheen? What the hell, dude?
Charlie Sheen, dude.
I
Wow.
think we should do that. That'd be cool.
Trade him up.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I think we should definitely do that before it's too late.
Somebody's got to drive the Wildcat, though.
Oh, kill me.
Nick, you going with us, dude?
Why you guys such haters, dude?
Oh, you want to go to that? Are you sure? You want to go?
Listen, it's a good machine.
People just
Whatever, man.
are repeatedly claiming that you've bought an X3, which is just
I wish I bought an X3. Love to own one, dude.
right.
Talking like 26 grand.
I don't know
can't-
where that's coming
26
from.
G's. It ain't for him.
Oh yeah, the guy who's owned 3 Wildcats because they were cheap bought the most expensive one. That makes sense. Good point. Nice job, guys. What I win, the side-by-side lottery? Come on. Didn't happen. Opened up a friggin' Willy Wonka bar. Free X3, dude.
You got that bar, dude?
I did. Sponsored by...
Looking for that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Got that gold ticket.
Listen, they should just give us machines, dude.
You're back on this again?
Yeah, because it's so aggravating, dude. I think we deserve machines, dude.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Yeah. I'm maybe a bit more
These
level-headed
people just
about
want to
this
hear
right
the
now.
truth, dude.
I'm
They
not
just
sure we
want to hear
deserve
the
anything.
truth, dude. And we'll give them the truth.
The manufacturers don't want to tell the truth is the problem.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, the manufacturers are not our friends. I mean, that's not.
Oh, okay.
We scare them. We scare the manufacturers.
Get a little spooked, dude.
Remember that one time we got a free muffler and then shot it with an AR-15?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, bro.
Right, that happened. I mean, a company sponsored us, gave us, what amounted to, thousands
Retail value.
of dollars in free parts, retail value, and then
If you
we
send us
just
poop, we're gonna fucking kill it.
totally
okay?
shit on them. So,
Classic, not my problem, dude.
But that's
Right.
part of the look at Consumers Report. They poop on things. The people buy those every year. They want to know the truth. We're here to give them the truth.
Relate Consumer Reports for side-by-side.
Yes.
We need to re-angle the website,
Yes.
Doug.
right. Oh, interesting.
Not doing that.
I'm
by
not
the way.
sure
It's
if that's
too much work.
I don't think that's what we want to be, but
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that, but I think it gets sort of like boring after a while. I would imagine.
right.
Maybe not.
Would
Maybe
it get
that's
boring
wild.
to try out all the newest shit in the world every single fucking
Yeah, but
month?
nothing's ever really yours.
It's
like
yours
the-
if you think it is.
It's like the dude who's like 45 and has a bunch of girlfriends.
oh,
He's going home sad, dude. He doesn't have the old
He's
wifey at
looking
home.
for love, bud. Hey, he's just looking for a little love, buddy.
Looking for some love.
He's just looking for a little love.
All right, I'm checking the phone out. And all you
do it,
45-year-old single guys out there, that was just a dig. I'd love to be 45 and single. Danielle, just
for
kidding,
love.
baby.
Oh, wow. And
She's
that's
listening.
the end of our podcast.
I've gotten they must be so drunk
So-
upstairs because I've gotten nothing from them.
They
in
just-
terms
Alright.
of
They're not even
They're
watching
gone.
anymore.
And
They're
the-
playing Guitar Hero.
The comments are just rolling, man. I'm watching
hear
them,
'em.
but oh, geez, holy smokes. Okay, I can't talk about that one. Anyone with experience driving XP1000 Crawler Edition, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's that gold one.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it comes with like the rock tires and shit. Who is Nick texting right now? How disrespectful is this?
I'm not
man?
texting anyone, dude.
I just saw the
You just
keyboard.
get the fuck out of here.
This guy.
Just disrespectful.
You're sitting here texting, dude.
I'm looking at questions.
Listen, he's telling him his thing. dude.
Disrespecting the blog. We're going to bring Rick back. We're going to bring Rick back if you're not careful.
Listen, Rick's going back in the next intro. You're out of the
You
intro.
better watch out. You better watch it, dude.
You give him a couple Heinekens, this guy's out of control. He's texting girls probably.
You're out of here. dude.
FaceTiming his brother. Did you
Hold
know?
on, I gotta FaceTime someone, dude.
Don't you know that's all they do is
Oh,
FaceTime?
gosh.
Anyway,
What do you
XP's
mean they?
You and your family.
Oh,
He's
When
just
is-
fishing there.
When is Doug doing a gear reduction? The answer to that is just
Never.
never not doing that.
no.
But why, Doug? You get better low-end torque.
I mean, I like to go fast, Nick.
Oh, interesting.
Listen, so I'm nothing against the gear reduction. I totally understand it. The first time I rode a YXZ, I thought to myself, wow, this thing's geared pretty tall. And then I went and rode in trails we actually ride, and I thought to myself, wow, the gearing is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's perfect.
Oh.
This is exactly what I want.
Ah.
And I've ridden a YXZ with a gear reduction. And I understand it. For some people, it is absolutely not for me.
So let's not forget, Doug's put damn near 3,000 miles on this freaking YXZ. Whatever he's going to do to it, it's done. It's over. He ain't turboing it. I hate to say that. It's just not going to happen.
Ain't gonna happen, dude. Iron Man will come before the turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so as far as big mods for the YXZ, the only thing, I might go to shock work, right? So I'm running the Weller Racing dual rates.
How are those?
Front and back, and they're really good. Like, if you've got a YXZ and you're running the stock springs, you are doing it wrong. Ooh. Spend the money to get dual rates.
They ride so bad with the stock springs.
The stock springs are terrible. They're terrible, man. They're just totally off.
How could they go that wrong?
I don't understand how you've got an OEM, these multi-billion-dollar companies who have direct relationships with these shock manufacturers who are spending time in the field supposedly tuning these things, and then they're so frickin' far off that some aftermarket company, some little shop, can take one of these things and spend a week with it and just come up with something so drastically better in almost every way. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't understand how you fuck it up that much.
Yeah, when you put it that way, damn.
Makes no sense. Nobody should be able to tune a machine better than the OEM. They've got all the resources in the world. They've got all the money. They've got all the relationships. Should have all the knowledge, and yet they just never stop screwing them up.
I don't disagree.
I don't get it.
It rode horrible.
Yeah.
The back was too stiff. The front was too soft.
Yeah, I almost
totally
went
missed.
end over end at the dunes in one once.
Total miss. So anyways, the dual rate spring kits out there and the triple rate spring kits from Schmitty, whatever, just get yourself something because they're so much better. But I think if I was to do anything else, probably shock valving.
Okay.
Maybe
we should do that. We've done that before, Doug.
Ooh. Isn't your shop set up for that? Get some washers. Get some frickin'.
I got some drill bits. We got an argon tank. We can just fill it back up with that.
This is no problem, brother.
I've seen it before at my store.
I've seen it's garbage.
It's garbage.
I've seen it's garbage.
What are you gonna do to the Razor, Nick?
Yeah,
other than trade it in on a turbo.
Here's what I'm going to do, Dougie D. String. I'm going to go out there and get a 200 shot of nitrous oxide, dude, and I'm going to put a turbo kit on it, followed by a supercharger, get 100,000 horsepower. I'm going to hit it to the moon, and I'm going to win all the fucking races, dude. But other than that, I'll probably just trade it in. I don't know.
You can't even keep a fucking set of mongrels on it.
Thing's sitting in his garage right now with a flat tire and a mirror broken
how
off.
fucking terrible it looks right now, dude. It looks like just about the most depressing picture you could ever. It's just sitting there leaning, just fucking like. Ugh.
I've been there.
Yeah, he's seen it.
I've had every machine I've had has been broken badly at some point.
But luckily for me, I got a nice set of bighorns just sitting there waiting to be swapped out.
Looking at you. What are you doing with the mongrel?
You're a stupid idiot, dude. I can't believe you switched us for that stupid shit.
It's like when you have that old faithful girl and you go out with the hot one, and the old faithful one's like, listen, you're an idiot.
Told you.
Look all this money you're spending.
I friggin' told you, dude.
She's not even any better than me.
Listen, those mongrels, when they work good, they work good. But there's just...
That's not even...
I just destroyed them too fast.
When everything works good, it works good.
Yeah, you're right, dude. You're right. Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
Doug, you're right, dude.
What? I'm not giving you a high five right now.
It's fucking bullshit.
Be mad, dude.
The only thing that's happened is you've left the mongrels on so long, you've forgotten what a good tire is.
Okay.
You're an idiot.
That was to Doug, not really. That was to you, Nick.
You just forgot, man. The mongrels were on
You
your
guys
machine.
remember when I put the wrong mongrels on and I made an idiot of myself on the internet? Do you remember that, guys? You remember that video?
Oh, the one where you raced Mike and got smoked.
I feel bad about
Thanks, Doug.
the high five.
Doug is my friggin' crew chief here.
But
he secretly loves Yamahas too much, so he helps me as much as he can, but only to a point where Yamahas can beat me.
I want you to do well. I want you to do well.
Let's
which is
put some
why I'm
cams in
telling
that
you
unit.
just to get rid of those.
What do you think
freaking
about cam
mongrels.
shafts? Good.
I mean, something's got to open the valves, bud.
Thanks for that input, Doug.
You know what I say?
You're an idiot.
I mean, by the time you spend $1,500 on some takeoff IBPs off a
$1,500
turbo, and then you spend some more money on cams, and then we tear
Cams?
the motor out and change it. You just bought a freaking turbo, man.
Just get the turbo.
Forced induction is just the key. It's the key.
You have to force the induction.
Oh.
You can't have it come naturally.
Yeah,
Right.
I see.
You have to force it in there.
It's a hard world out there, man.
It's not really
just
true
gotta-
of other things. you gotta finesse most other things in life, except for when it comes to the air in your engine. Just fucking cram her in there.
That intake valve, buddy, it's only open for so long. It's only open for so long. You've got a short window of time just to just jam as much
Yeah, if I
oxygen
come
as
across
there is
one,
possible.
and if any of you guys want to buy a lightly used razor, just let me know.
I think that you have one of the best selling mentalities. You put it at the price you want to sell it for, and you don't budge, and you wait for the right buyer.
Yep.
Unlike me, I'm always super desperate to sell it. Please. It's not even super desperate. I just put it at the price, at the bare minimum price, where I can break even. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to make a damn dime off this. That's fine. I've had my fun. Just take it. Have a good time.
$7,500.
No, dude. Just give me 6,000. It'll be all right.
I'm with you there, dude. I'm priced to sell. Like, when I'm done with something and I want it gone, I want it gone.
I can't let that happen.
I don't want to. I don't want to talk to a million people. I don't want to talk to guys who want to trade me for a 1980s frickin' Blazer. Broke down with no tires on it. And
K5 though?
I don't. Yeah, I don't want to talk.
If it was a K5,
I don't want to deal with
That'd be
that
a
stuff.
different story, Doug.
If it's a
K5s are
no rust,
There's
the
nothing with
convertible,
no
dude?
rust. We're in Michigan. I don't want to trade
Good
for
point.
some kid's
What if it came from
Suzuki dirt
Arizona?
bike. I just want somebody
Suzuki?
to come and buy it. I just don't want to deal with it.
no, I
don't
get
wanna
your
deal with
point.
I'm saying this, dude. Okay.
Are you done playing with that?
No, I can't stop.
I know
This
he
is
can't.
Fun, dude.
It's
Here.
like a fidget spinner
God,
for
dude.
it. Oh no.
Nick.
It's fun, dude. You open it.
No,
you
I'm
run
not. It's
things.
just so annoying.
Do you rock the fidget spinners? Like I
I
know
don't
you sell them.
fidget the spinners.
You sell them. How can you
I've sold it at my
how-
store.
I see it as garbage, dude.
how can you sell them and not play with them?
Because if I open them, then they're used, and then I have to clean them up and put them back and sell them.
He's a man of integrity, dude. He doesn't use his product and
Come on,
sell it
WD
as
string,
new.
dude.
Listen, I respect anybody who hasn't played with a fidget spinner.
My boss got one, put it on her desk. First 7 seconds I was there.
If I
That's what I
see
did.
one, I'm gonna grab it, and then I go, and then I put it down, and I continue living my life.
Okay, that's a lie. I've seen you spinning them in the store.
You ain't never seen nothing spinning, dude. Except for my rim.
I never spun nobody.
I ain't never spun on nobody.
Oh my gosh, we got a lot of questions coming in.
Okay.
we
What
should
Time?
probably
What time is it?
It's 9:27.
Not 26.
We're probably getting
Oh, wow. It doesn't feel like 927. This one went good.
Went by fast. Yeah, we're probably getting to the point where we should.
The real question is why
Close
is
it
there
down,
moisture
but-
in my watch, Doug? What's going on down here, dude?
Oh my gosh! So,
Let's just run these questions out
all right,
and call it a day.
okay. So we got a question. Why does the YXZ nosedive so bad on jumps? So,
Every side-by-side does.
well, yeah,
Not as
number
bad as
one.
that one. No offense.
Every side-by-side does that, and it's just a function of the length of the machine and the type of jumps everybody's hitting, right? So with the side-by-side, you need a long, smooth
But it's
face.
more of the jumps.
I agree.
It's the jumps is a huge thing.
The jumps is the biggest thing. Like a stock YXZ will absolutely jump flat, but you need a really good jump. You need a smooth face that's longer than the machine, and you need to
Right.
keep the throttle smooth all the way off the lip, and it will
whole
jump
way
flat.
through.
Yeah, so it's just a thing with side-by-sides. Now, the YXZ maybe is a little bit worse, maybe even a lot worse. Not
It could
a lot.
be because of the unsprung front.
But I
it's
think
it's worse because the front is undersprung and the rear is oversprung. Just get different
it
springs.
just pushes it so hard.
You can turn the screws any way you want. You're not going to fix the fact that the springs are way off from
Right.
the factory. So just get a dual rate kit from a reputable company, and it helps a lot. And then beyond that, it's just jump and driving style.
Even
But-
just on the front.
Stay on the darn throttle.
You're
People
right.
don't stay on the
Stay
throttle.
on the Falcon throttle.
Got to commit.
If you're gonna jump something, give it 110. Okay?
Yeah, and don't
If you
let
don't,
off
Don't
mid
let off.
face.
Right.
You know why I break so many axles? Because I commit, and I'm not scared to break an axle
You gotta
instead
carry-
of breaking my neck.
Solid
Do you
point.
see what I'm saying?
Throttle all the way
Just
off the
fucking
jump.
push the thing the whole way.
And then you can use the throttle in the air.
You're gonna have a good time.
Bring that nose up.
You're just gonna be soaring through the air.
Question from Danielle Leonard. She wants to know why we are all douchebags.
Funny story.
I think we'll
You
just-
married one. What an idiot. Next question.
We'll just skip that one, buds. Oh, jeez. New Maverick. Yeah, we covered the new Maverick.
Once we
It's just
see it,
not
it'll be
exciting.
different.
If it has a turbo motor, I'm pretty turned up.
Forged induction, right?
Forged induction. You got to really put it in there hot.
You got to push it in, dude.
Weller dual rates, we kind of talked about that. Power tune stuff.
Oh, yeah. So our friend over at PowerTune, Andy Malone, right? That's his name?
Andy's the man.
Thank God I got that right.
Andy is the man.
Malone.
Okay, so go ahead.
He's tuned a couple of machines for us now. So we've got their tune in Nick's Razor in the XP1K, which runs exceptionally well. And then we've also got his tune in my brother's X3, which absolutely rips.
So hard.
He does an excellent job.
He does an excellent job. So my brother's X3 is running his Stage 3 kit, I believe it is. So it's his tune, and then it's his intake with K&N filter on it. Actually, he might have an AEM filter. Doesn't matter. It's his intake, and then he's got an exhaust on it as well. And that thing tears really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard. So big difference in the lag coming out. So I think the X3's, there's not a lot of like real typical turbo lag there. I feel like it's almost some torque control, some torque management that's going on. They kind of roll the power in, and man, with the power tune stuff, it lights real hard, it pulls really hard. It's does a great job. It's fast.
It's a beast. Like when you ride in the thing, it's freaking
It's so fast.
wild.
And we have
Wild
done
time.
and we have done the comparison, bone stock versus the Stage 3 kit from PowerTune, just a drag race, and and the difference is absolutely
Just a monster.
measurable. You can see it. It's not just dyno numbers. It's real in the field. It makes a difference. So I was doing freaking wheelies in Steve's X3. I think we talked about this last time. I'm
Still
not going to
butthurt.
dwell on it. I'm still butthurt about it. Like,
See now, Doug really wants an X3. I mean, we can hear it in his voice, dude.
it's the first time I've really experienced a power, like a real power wheelie.
Yeah, not
And
like
a
you're coming over a
side-by-side.
hill and the front end's light. type
Yeah,
thing.
like the rear dug set in and then just, powered the front end up, and
My
it feels
God.
so cool. It feels so cool.
In like a full size unit too. An X3 is giant.
with big
big-
machine with two
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Just stand up in a wheelie.
So cool.
Badass.
Impressive. That really is impressive.
So power tune stuff, I think they're not that well known
No.
in the side by side world in relation to some other tuners out there, but he's putting out
doing a
quality
good job.
stuff at reasonable prices, and he's making real power. So everything that we've gotten from him to this point has been absolutely flawless. We've had zero issues with it. So
No, can't complain about that. I mean, you don't
stuff.
need to buy your tune from the big company. You don't need to pay Evolution Power Sports a shitload of money. If they want to give us free stuff, go for it. I'll rep it. You make good shit, no doubt about it. But you don't necessarily need to do that. Go to a reputable small company, get your tune for
I mean, he did some
$300-400
testing.
bucks.
It's like the real thing. It's not just like
Yeah, no, it's the real thing.
So how did the X3 that was with us in West Virginia do in the tight trails? So that's a big thing.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Brian had two, so he had both flavors of X3, a long one and the two-seater.
Yeah.
Both did great.
In
Great.
tight technical trails, and I know they get tighter, right? But I mean, these things are.
Yeah,
really literally the only time they had an issue is if it was like a just straight like freaking U-turn like.
Yep.
there were some that were tight and they were downhill at a crazy angle and uphill at a crazy angle.
Yeah. Other than that.
The switchbacks up and down the mountain. So in the X3s, you had to 3-point a few of them, but I had to 3-point a good number of them in the YXZ.
Right.
I mean, there were corners that I could not make in the YXZ.
Yeah, if you got crazy and
So-
wanted to drift, I mean, I feel like I could have maybe done that, but it's not worth it.
Right.
Oh, you did it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so shocked that he did that, Doug.
Did you Did you 3-point?
Not
any-
one time.
Oh my
Shut
God.
the fuck up.
No freaking way.
I didn't put my machine in reverse one time, dude.
I turn
I
the
just-
corner and I give her the juice, and if I make it, I make it. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, dude!
Listen, it's on video. I'm calling BS on that right now.
I don't see how that's possible, dude.
All right, check it out. Go
There-
through every video I have. The only time I went in reverse is when I was backing up because there was other fucking machines coming out.
in reverse is when I went in reverse.
And when they work, they work.
I mean,
guy.
that's
This guy.
that's impressive if you made every turn there, because there was stuff that I didn't
just-
even
hey,
come
listen.
close to making.
No.
You guys were riding with people. You had other people's lives in your hands. I did not.
Except for your own.
Okay, except for my own.
Which to me is the most important life in your machine.
Correct, but there's so much beef on my body. If I fell off a cliff, I'd probably survive.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, will there be videos on Hatfield-McCoy? Absolutely. There
What kind of
was,
stupid ass question is
Come
that?
on,
like,
bruh.
there's probably like terabytes of video taken at Hatfield.
Good footage too.
Yeah,
I've
good
turned my
luck.
stability on or the stabilization.
Nick.
We're gonna have some good footage, dude.
Listen, that wasn't a stupid question because it's not like I'm really performing up to the standards of keeping up with the Instagram posts that are as we're there. I should have fully edited and rendered video uploaded to YouTube.
Right.
Sorry, buddy. We're getting there though.
So we got a comment on the power tune blow off valve, and I didn't talk about that, but that surprised me. So my brother Steve put a blow off valve from power tune on the X3, and I think the actual valve itself was a Turbo Smart unit. It doesn't matter. Anyways, he put a blow off on it, which is not really a big performance enhancement, but what it did do was it really calmed down the intake noise from the X3. So if you've been in one of those things, you know that they sound kind of crazy, right? When you're cruising, they're like always on the edge of spooling up the turbo. You've got a lot of clutch noise going on. You've got the turbo spooling and then shuddering and spooling and shuddering, and it just kind of sounds insane.
Just screaming.
And putting the blow-off valve on it like really calmed it down. It really did. You're still obviously spooling the turbo a lot, but then when you back out of the throttle, it's just a nice, crisp, clean, little blow-off instead of the just the insane shudder, and it just makes everything sound a lot more composed. So, and it's better for your turbo. So, the blow-off valve from Power Tune is worth the money. It's not going to add horsepower, but it just makes it a lot more pleasurable to drive.
I mean, how many things do we do to our machines that don't add horsepower?
I do
And
a
we
lot.
love them.
A whole bunch.
So many things.
Yeah,
Right.
I kind of enjoy those a little bit more.
Right.
This one day, I'm at work, just, working. Nick sends me a message. Hey, dude, I found this deal on these wheels on Amazon.
Oh my god.
That fucking day, dude.
Oh, you mean the hyper deal?
The hyper deal.
Oh my god.
Nick finds these
And then
hypers.
we never told this story.
No.
Should we save it?
No, we can end on this.
All right.
This is
So
the last story.
Okay, so I'll just tell the frickin' story. I don't know why I have a hard-on for hypers, okay? I think anybody who had whatever the hell the name of the magazine was in the 90s with the four-wheelers, what was it called, Doug?
dirt wheels.
Dirt Wheels. Anybody who had a damn Dirt Wheels catalog went to the parts section and saw these frickin' wheels that were made of carbon fiber, brother.
Carbon fiber composite.
I've loved them ever since.
They're carbon fiber. What the fuck is carbon fiber? I'm 7 years old. What is this? Okay. So I'm just cruising Amazon. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, I'm just on there. I make like 150 purchases every 6 months.
Right.
We have multiple packages at our house daily. So we're buying shit on there. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. I just type in hyper just for fun. See what happens.
For goofs.
Just to see what happens. They're closing out their old stock of hyper wheels.
Which are, in my opinion,
Better.
they look way fucking sweeter. But
So, like, what are they called? The Dakar.
Dakars.
And then there's another one,
Cartoons
too.
or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
They're,
Anyways.
I mean, so we talked about it in the video, the ridiculous paddle video, that we paid less than 100 per rim for a hyper, which is insane because they're normally 400. And so everybody and their brother's closing these things out. I find them for everybody. Okay? I
does.
send the links to everybody.
And when you say closing out, you're talking about, wheels that are 350-ish a
Yeah.
piece. A piece normally for like $85.
$85 per wheel. You'll pay that for a Douglas 190 Blue Label.
So we're losing our minds. We're
Right.
losing our minds over these wheels.
Okay,
Jacked.
so little did we know a couple things. First of all, if you're listening, Power Sports Superstore out of Texas, who claimed they had everything in stock, actually had fucking nothing in stock. And Amazon is so sweet. They're so nice. They're like, listen, we'll just go everywhere. We'll get them from here. We'll get them from there. You get 3 freaking wheels, dude. Where's my 4th one? Oh, it came from Power Sports Superstore. You call it Power Sports Superstore? Yeah, y'all, we ain't actually got that wheel. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? So anyway, everybody gets fucked on the wheels except for me.
Right.
I did
For
great.
Nick Leonard.
I got all the wheels.
got
No one
all
else
of
got
them.
the wheels.
We all buy sets of frickin' hyper wheels from multiple distributors, and the only one who actually gets a full set is Nick.
This
And everybody
guy-
else is left with like 3
Dick.
wheels, And the only other wheels that anybody has are $400 for that one wheel.
I only got 2 wheels.
Yeah.
I ordered from 3 different sites. Only got 2 wheels.
Yeah, you got screwed the
I got
hardest.
super dicked.
So here was the
I
caveat.
got to touch them and look at them. They were badass.
Yeah.
Didn't get them all.
The caveat of the whole situation was one that was not understood until you go to mount them.
Here's the kicker.
And so you think to yourself, dude, dual bead lock, inner and outer. If I blow a tire, who goes? You can't even blow a tire.
So awesome.
And it coming off the rim.
Right.
But to do an inner bead lock, you really negate a lot of the area where things such as brake calipers, radius rod bolts, all those things go right there.
Sure.
So when you go to slide that wheel on and it doesn't fit, you end up buying 2-inch frickin' spacers to make it fit. Next thing you know, you got a 92-inch wide Wildcat out in the Glamis sand dunes. That's what I had to do.
I don't even know if the amount of frustration's really been communicated well. We spent what I feel like was weeks just searching every corner of the internet.
Yeah.
That's
Trying
the part
to
where we
complete
all got dicked for
these
weeks.
sets of wheels.
He missed that part.
Weeks, hours upon hours, just with these, half sets of hypers trying to complete that last set.
I
Yeah.
memorized the serial numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. When we finally got sets made, we were so excited. And then they came in, and they weren't even close to fitting on our machine. So I got a full set for the YXZ, and everybody came over, and we were all pumped. And we dismounted my tires off my old wheels, and we put them on the hypers.
Trying the rim.
And I'm just so excited. Got these badass carbon fiber hyper wheels. I got like $400 into them. And they were so far from actually fitting on the machine, like
at least 2 inches away.
Funny. It wasn't even funny. And then I understood why they were closed out, because they don't frickin' fit anything.
Because nobody ordered them for a reason.
So here's a little bit of an admission that I didn't ever tell you guys. Okay.
Oh gosh.
I fucking knew the whole time.
So I called Weld, who owns Hyper, and asked about what the hell do all these numbers and stuff mean. Because I'm trying to decipher, because some people didn't say what bolt patterns these wheels were on their websites where they were selling them, right? They just had this crazy long part number, 14 YBK S82, whatever the fuck it was, doesn't matter.
I remember.
So I call to figure it out, and he's like, and I was like, oh, I found these wheels are on closeout. They're like, oh yeah. Ever since we had the problems with the razors, we just ended up closing out all those wheels. I'm like, oh, the problem with the razor? I didn't ask on that. Come to find out, the problem with the razor was simply that double bead lock doesn't fit, bud.
They didn't fit. The problem is we manufactured a wheel for the razors, and they didn't actually fit the razor, bud. Oh, and then
Let's close them out.
Then we manufactured a wheel for the YXZ, and they didn't fit those either.
I mean, I'm not sure they made it for those machines specifically.
I mean,
What were they made for?
They just had the bolt pattern of that machine.
There's a lot of machines out there running, a 4x1 15 bolt pattern and a 14-inch wheel.
I mean, the 14 is just to look cool. You can put that on a Yamaha Grizzly and look real cool with your ITP Mudzillas.
ITP, Mudzilla's real cool.
If it seems too
All
good
I
to
know
be true,
is I got dicked.
if
okay,
it seems
for
too good
2
to be
weeks.
true, it probably is.
That's true. So,
Oh.
having said that, let's just go
Anyways.
ahead and end this podcast. Everybody who's watching right now, go ahead and click over to your local BRP live thing to see your damn 50-inch trail side by side. They're acting
BRP.
like it's the next big fucking thing. It's just a
17
trail
minutes.
side by side.
17 minutes. You know what I say?
Shut up!
You know what else I say about it?
Epic fail.
Unless
You
they
know
give us
that,
one,
dude.
then it's hook us up, BRP.
After I just give us a fucking machine.
You're
Just
not
give
wrong.
us a machine.
This is what they need to do. If you're wanting a 50-inch trail side by side, go get yourself a friggin' Articat Wildcat trail that costs next to nothing. They're tough. Go beat the shit out of them. They're tough. Don't pay $19,000.
I just can't, in good conscience, recommend anyone buy an Articat anything at this point.
I'm with Doug on that one.
Well, there is a stop sale and stop ride on them currently.
for a reason.
That would be maybe a slight.
Listen,
reason.
Textron, if you're watching this right now, I realize you're a little upset. You're probably not watching this. That'd be extremely surprising. But if you give us a machine, we'll give you a fair shake.
We'll try your shit out.
I'll give
and we'll
anybody.
let you know.
Give me a damn CF Moto. I'll
CF
fair
Moto.
shake a CF Moto.
You give us the best side-by-side that's ever been built, we'll call it the best side-by-side that's ever been built.
Oh.
You're not wrong. wrong, Doug.
Dougie
So.
D String, dude.
All right, listen. Thank you, everybody, for watching episode 3.
This is a round of applause.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's just do this. Hell yeah! Thank you again. And until next time, we'll see you around the corner here at Side by Side Blog Live.
See you guys.
See ya. Take care.
Hey, take care.
Bye-bye.
Hey, take care.